Jason and Lucia romance. It looks like it's happening in GTA 6. I'm not saying I want it to happen. I'm not saying it should happen, but Rockstar seemingly are going through with it, and it's coming. Now, currently, of course, the extent of our understanding of GTA 6 goes beyond what Rockstar originally sort of intended for public knowledge. I mean, all of this information is coming from those leaked videos back in September of 2020. Think about this. If those leaks didn't happen, we would have been in the dark all this time, not knowing anything, not being able to speculate anything. So those leaks were definitely huge. And quick side note, if you want to know any more about any of the other leaked footage, I've made tons of videos. I'll leave a link to a couple of them at the top right. You can check those out. But what we're actually doing currently is going through a lot of the world events that were leaked in the gameplay footage. And there were a couple of these world events that are related to a romance feature. Right off the bat, I know there's going to be some people that love this. There's going to be some people that hate this. GTA and Red Dead Redemption have never had a romance feature, but it looks like that's going to change in GTA 6. Now, I will just point out that this isn't something totally new. Red Dead Redemption 2 was supposed to actually have a romance feature with Arthur. This was from an article. According to Rockstar's co-founder, Dan Houser, Red Dead Redemption's writers had actually originally planned at one point to incorporate two love interests for Arthur. He didn't go into great detail about the game's initial romance options, stating that one of those two characters just simply didn't work, and of course, thus the planned romance was removed, but that was an idea they originally had. Now, if you did want to speculate, I think it probably would have been between Arthur and Sadie. I think there's a lot of clues, maybe a lot of cut content stuff there as well that indicates it. That Sadie was supposed to be the other love interest, so I guess maybe originally there was supposed to be some sort of romance dynamic between Arthur and Sadie. Inevitably, it did get cut though. So this isn't something, this whole idea of a romance mechanic isn't something Rockstar's against, considering they were trying to do it in Red Dead Redemption 2. GTA 6 now is almost the perfect game to do it in if they were to do it. The characters, Jason and Lucia, are just set up in such a way to do it well. Now, where this is coming from, so of course it's coming from the leaked gameplay footage. It's coming from the world events. In a couple of the gameplay clips, there were these menus on the screen that just showcased the world events, and of course people went through them. There's like 1,300. I made a separate video a couple days ago. You can check that out if you want to be more informed on all of these world events. But the specific ones we're taking a look at are these romance options. And there are a handful, and we'll start with this screen. So these were the first couple of ones that were seen. There were a bunch of these meetings. There was a first meeting, a second meeting, third meeting, fourth meeting, fifth meeting. Now this could be for a number of things, but if there is a romance feature, maybe these sort of world events or these different random encounters could be Jason and Lucia meeting up for the first time, for the second time, for the third time, for the fourth time, for the fifth time. It would be, I think, a pretty cool way to have the story progress. Like, you don't know each other, of course, at the start. Then at the end, you decide, how close, I guess, you get. But that is definitely some speculation on what these meetings could be. Maybe, again, we get to see how Jason and Lucia meet up with each other. The bottom part, though, this is where we start getting into that romance mechanic. There are these world events that just have pragmatic, chaotic, pragmatic, cool, romantic, chaotic, and then romantic, cool. So presumably these world events, you complete them and you get to choose how they play out, whether you want to go chaotic or cool or romantic. Of course, pragmatic, professional, practical, the whole romance is not really affecting it. But then the romantic side, why would they be adding ways to finish missions or finish these events with a romantic cool or a romantic chaotic way of ending it? Thus, this is where the romance mechanic is going to come into play. Now, before we get any further, I just want to point out, like I mentioned in the first world events video, things do get cut. This could very well be something that does get cut, but considering it was a thing they wanted to do in Red Dead Redemption 2, I actually don't think this is going to be one of the things at the top of the list of getting cut. So this, again, I think is going to be in GTA 6, a romantic or a romance feature or mechanic. The other couple of world events where these were listed you have these radio songs. And again, we have this same sort of ways to, like, I guess, end them or do these events. Pragmatic, cool, pragmatic, chaotic, romantic, cool, romantic, chaotic. So this one, maybe you get to decide, like, you're doing a mission. Obviously, you guys are both in a car. The player, you yourself, can decide on, you know, how you want to progress their relationship. Maybe you play a song that's pragmatic, cool. So it's just a standard song, not really romancy or anything. Or you have the option of going romantic, chaotic, where you play a song and it just sets a completely different mood. That's the leading theory behind these world events. The bottom ones, though, we have the same thing, though, in another sort of event, a riding pillion. If you were like me and you did not know what pillion, if I'm saying that right, even means, that is apparently the term for the rear passenger seat on a motorcycle or moped. So again here, kind of could be a romantic situation. Let's just say Jason is driving the bike, Lucy is on the back. It seems like there could be a way to sort of make that romantic cool or romantic chaotic. So all of these different things, all of these different ways to complete these events definitely implies that there's going to be a romance between the two. Although, given the pragmatic option, you can choose to keep things professional if you want to, for better or for worse. And as far as how the romance is going to affect the story, that's just going to be some more speculation. I would imagine it wouldn't affect it too greatly. Since this is an optional thing, you might get some like additional benefits. You know, maybe your health regens quicker if you're near Lucia or if you're near Jason. Maybe little things like that. It could also affect the ending potentially, I guess. But I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Given that it's seemingly a completely optional thing, how do you feel about a romance mechanic being in GTA 6? I mean, I think it'll add to like some moments potentially. And if it's not like too in your face, which I doubt it's going to be because it's Rockstar at the end of the day, they know what they're doing. I do think it's going to be a good thing. So, let us know your thoughts in the comments. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, though. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.